which is something that I think is a fundamental issue within our community, is the fact that we are so willing and ready to walk away from each other than to figure this shit out. But what really burdens your grits and what really makes you upset, Dr. Umar, is that you sat there on that motherfucking live, that panel for an hour and a half with commercial breaks and all of that shit. And your little dick was jumping. And every time I opened my intelligent mouth, bitch, your little dick got a little harder. And you were just so motherfucking enthralled with this black queen that was spitting this motherfucking knowledge. And even if you didn't agree with everything that I was saying, bitch, you was down for it. Because when it comes down to the women that you claim that you like, bitch, on that panel, I was her. It's giving skin. It was giving fresh face. It was giving no cleavage. It was giving, I'm not giving it to everybody. It was giving African kente cloth. It was giving all of the things. And bitch, I set it up that way for a reason. I didn't go in and put on lashes or overdo my makeup. I barely brushed my motherfucking hair because I didn't want people to turn around and say, you can only fool us if you have all of that going on. You can only trick us if you have all of that going on. You can only be a woman if you have all of that going on. And it wasn't giving any of that. And you still sat there on the other end of that motherfucking screen, enthralled with my black, beautiful queen ass. And you did so on a public platform in front of everybody, and it's going to live forever, and you can never take it back because a whole bunch of motherfucking people have seen you call my trans ass a beautiful black queen on several occasions. And that's what you're really upset about. You could give less than a fuck about the fact that you were on a panel that you didn't know or that you didn't know. The only thing that you're pressed about is the fact that you couldn't censor yourself not to say how you truly felt about what you were sitting in front of. And that's why you're bothered. You're not bothered because of the fact that you only bothered because now all them hoteps that follow you, when they want to get under your skin, now they gonna go back to that clip and be like, remember when you said this? Because the same man that has spent years of his platform talking about how you could clock one from a mile away and these men and these da-da-da-da-da, and if you don't understand the real essence of a woman and da-da-da-da-da, and I know, as a man, I know when I'm in the presence of a black queen, all of you men out there that's allowing yourself to be tricked is because you like that da-da-da-da-da, y'all are beta males. But you sat right in front of me. You sat right in front of me. And Umar did not clock Hope after the fact. People who wanted to know how I was getting him together and wanted to know who the fuck I was did their research and told Umar. I wasn't clocked. Let's be very clear about this. Not that it even matters. Let me take that off the table. Not that it even fucking matters. Not that it even fucking matters. But in this instance, what I'm saying is that it's a problem because the same men that sit back and say shit like, oh, if you can't tell, if you da-da-da-da-da-da, I know a black woman when I see a black woman, none of these niggas could ever, trick me. I would never be gotten because these men, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I bet without that wig and that makeup and da-da-da-da-da, all of this other stuff, all of the things that you could say, you can't say. You can't say. I'm not wearing wigs. I don't have on a face full of makeup. I'm not distracting you with my titties. I'm not distracting you with my cleavage. All that was on that screen was my big ass shoulders, my big ass head, and my big ass face. That was all that was on the screen. And you still missed it. And you had conversation and you engaged. And I don't change my voice. The voice is the voice. And so you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out, how did this person deceive me? I didn't deceive you. I came and showed up as myself and you received it. I came and I showed up as myself and you received it as it was. A beautiful black woman sitting before you, because that's what it was. How I got to that point doesn't matter. But you know, the other thing that's interesting is that in those comments, a lot of people are saying things like, oh, you know, this is why we can't trust them. Why wouldn't you just